What is algo trading? Whenever we hear the word algo, what comes to our mind is typically a very high funda kind of setup, large office, a huge room full of computers, transactions happening at lightning speeds. A digital world comes to our mind. Is algo trading meant only for large institutions and proprietary desks? Can people like you and me do algo trading? Do you have a career as an algo trader? Can algo sharpen your skills of trading? Are algos actually profitable? How does algo make trading profitable? What kind of capital do you require to set up a algo desk or to do algo by yourself? These are some of the questions we'll try and find an answer to. Welcome back. I'm Akshay Agarwal and today I'm going to take you to the world of algos. Friends, simply put, algos is nothing but putting your logic into a software and let the computer do the execution for you. All of you who are traders would be trading based on some logic. It could be technical analysis, you could be trading on say moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSIs, crossovers. You've got hundreds of indicators, candlesticks, so many things. You could be trading on some logic on technical analysis, or you could be an option trader where you do butterflies, straddles, triangles, or simply buying and selling calls, puts, whatever you do in options. Or you could be doing a time and price action based trading. Whatever the way you trade, you would have some logic to it. In algos, what you simply do is whatever the logic you have in your mind when you trade, that you put it in the software and then let the system, let the computer do the execution for you. So it's your logic and the computer's efficiency of executing the trade. That is the simplest possible explanation of what algo is. And because it is a system which is executing the transaction, it tends to be generally more profitable. How does it benefit us? How can you take advantage of algo? Let's now see it in the presentation.
So friends, algo trading is a world, a technological world where you combine your trading ideas with technology, and that combination gives you a winning edge. It makes you a much more disciplined and profitable trader. So let's try and understand what is it that makes algos profitable. Let's look at a scenario where a trader is trading without algo and the same trader is trading with algo. So the trader without algo, he has plans, but he's driven by emotions. Whereas with algo, what happens is the plan is the same, but the execution happens without emotions and it happens on a pre-decided logic. Without algo, typically what happens is profits, even the small profits are booked, whereas the losses become larger and larger. So typically, the profits that you made out of 10 trades are lost in one or two lost trades. Whereas in algo, both book profits and stop loss are defined, and because they are defined and executed to near perfection, the profits and losses are optimum. When you're doing without algo, you can possibly track 4-5 shares or indices at a time. This is what typically happens. In fact, a lot of people do trading only in one or two indices or stocks because they're not able to track too many of them. Whereas in algos, you can track a much bigger basket. You could be tracking 10, 20, 30 scripts at the same time. Without algo, typically your entry and exits are late because by the time you see the chart, you notice a breakout and you execute your buy sell, the stock would have already run up a few rupees. Whereas in algo, the entry and exits happen bang on time. As soon as the crossover takes place, the entry or exit happens, because of which the slippage is very less. Whereas in without algo, the slippage and impact cost are generally very large. They are much lower in algo. So all these factors combined makes sure that your trading has a edge and it becomes more profitable. Now let's look at who can do algos. Algos till a few years back were mostly done by institutions and proprietary desk of brokers because the technology was very expensive, the network required was very expensive. And now over the years, over the last few years, thanks to the technology, algos now available to knowledgeable traders who have a reasonable capital. How can we use algo for technical trading? So let's say you trade on the hourly charts and you enter when there is a positive crossover 513 and the RSI you have a double confirmation. So what you would do is you would feed that logic to the software. For example, you could say that when the 513 crossover is positive or when there is a positive crossover and if the RSI is less than 50, buy. Similarly, when the 513 crossover becomes negative and the RSI is more than 60, sell. This would be the logic, for example, that you put in the software. The system will now start tracking the crossovers and the RSIs of all the shares in your basket, and when conditions are met, they'll execute the orders. So this was just an example. You could use multiple indicators, multiple signals on multiple stocks at the same time, which is generally a huge advantage. What about algos for options? So let's take a simple butterfly, which is one of the most common algo trading, which basically is a three-leg transaction. So you buy one in the money call, you sell two at the money calls, and you buy one out of the money call. This is a typical three-leg butterfly, right? So let's say the total cost of the butterfly on a 100-point range in Nifty is 25 rupees, and the maximum profit becomes 75. 100 minus 25 is 75. So your risk reward ratio is 1 is to 3. Now let's say by the time you bought the first leg, there is a movement in the market. There is a 10-point movement in the Nifty. Typically, what would happen is the butterfly that should have cost you 25 rupees, by the time you execute all the three legs, even if you're a fast trader, the cost could have shot up to 40 rupees. So when the cost is 40 rupees, your maximum profit becomes 100 minus 40, which is 60. So what does that mean? Instead of 25.75, you're now on 40.60. So your risk reward becomes half, from 1 is to 3 to 1 is to 1.5. And that is not a very good ratio. In algos, what you would do is you would simply feed in the cost of 25 rupees for a butterfly. And since all the three legs are triggered together, chances are your orders will be executed around 25 itself. In fact, you can go one step further. So you could put a square of order at say 40 rupees. So if the market moves in your favor and the cost of the butterfly becomes 40 rupees, you could instruct the algo software to square off your position and you make the 15 rupees difference. For those of you who are doing butterflies, for example, you know it is virtually impossible to do butterflies on such a small range. But in algos, it is very much possible, and there are a lot of brokers, a lot of people doing butterflies based on algo softwares. This is just one example. You could do different strategies. You could be selling or buying straddles, strangles, ladders, ratio spreads, whatever option strategies you want to do, you could be doing it in algos using the algo software. So if that gets you interested, how would you start algos? So one most important thing is you need to understand trading. You need to understand the risk reward that trading offers. It's a very, very important thing. Algo is useful to you only if you trade based on a particular trading plan or logic. No logic means no algo. You must ensure that your broker is SEBI registered to offer trading to clients. Not all brokers in India, in fact, very few brokers in India actually offer algo trading to clients. We at Acumen are registered. A lot of leading brokers are registered with SEBI for algo trading to clients. So you could check out with your broker whether the broker is SEBI registered to offer algo for clients. Once you do that, there will be a set of documentation that you need to complete with your broker. It's not a whole lot of documents, a reasonably simple documentation, and that you've taken the first step for algo. Once you do that, One good thing is you don't have any additional capital requirement for algos. There could be some, generally there would be some monthly charges for the algo software. Margins for normal trading and algo trading are the same. There's no difference in the margining system. So you must ensure that you have sufficient margins to trade. Once all that is done, then once you get the software, you enter your logic into the system or ask your broker to enter the logic into the system. And once you do that, it will be good to do a test run before you start active trading. Please understand, not all algos are permitted by not all trading strategies are permitted to be converted into algo by SEBI. This is in the interest of all retail clients. So please ensure that you first, whatever plans you are doing, it should be in the approved list. Most of them, most of the common most of the common option strategies or technical analysis based trading are approved. Any specific thing you need to check whether it is a part of the positive list of SEBI. Once you do that, you're all set for algo trading and you're good to go. So as you can see, it's a relatively simple thing to understand and it's a relatively simple thing to start. And believe me, once you get into the algo mode, you will find the difference in your trading. It removes a lot of the stress and the uncertainties in trading because you know that the system will execute the orders, whether it's booking profits or triggering the stop loss. It's all taken care by the system itself, and you are well on your way to becoming a better and profitable trader. Remember this one thing: it's your logic and strategy that makes the money. It's very, very important. It's your logic and strategy that makes the money. Algos help you increase your trading efficiency. They help you bring discipline, and thus they make you a profitable trader. So this is a nutshell about what algo is and how algo helps. If you've liked the video, you found it useful, please do subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and please do share this video with your friends. Thank you.